your ability to throw the deep ball, what that does for the offense and open things up. How much pride do you take in the ability to throw an accurate deep ball, like we saw Sunday?
I just feel like it's just a throw. I just feel like it's a throw. I try to anytime, we throwing the ball any distance, I want to complete it, and those been getting completed lately. But that don't mean that I stopped working and I stopped doing everything just because we have some type of success with it. But you gotta be better, well-rounded, all the way around. We can't just be a deep ball thrower. We gotta be able to complete, the stuff when it's not there, when the deep ball not there. So that's what I'm trying to.
What did you see looking back on the film on the game against Chicago?
I just gotta play better. Yeah, I just cannot make those costly turnovers, and have the expectation to win.
How do you avoid the desire to maybe try to press and get back in the game when you guys fall behind? Can you do anything to not do that? Josh Allen, somebody that you have admired over the years. What do you like about his game, and what are some things about his game that maybe you have tried to emulate?
Yeah, Josh Allen, he's a great player.
Listen to this. Shedeur finally addressed all the chatter tied to his name. In his most recent sit-down, he didn't flinch and kept his composure tight. No theatrics, no excuses, just raw belief in the player he knows he is. Hold up, without dodging Josh Allen or Jeudy, Shedeur stayed locked in on his own lane. That alone was a quiet reminder that he's wired differently. Shedeur keeps it honest and grounded, and that's exactly why he's rising fast as a quarterback to watch. When the topic of his deep ball came up, he didn't hype it up like some rare superpower. He stripped it down and called it exactly what it is, a throw. That response speaks volumes about his maturity, focus, and his humility. He understands a deep shot can stretch a defense, but he also knows it's not the whole story. Unlike a lot of guys chasing highlights, Shedeur knows being complete is what really matters. He's putting in the work to hit the short, gritty throws too, especially when the home run ball isn't there. You won't believe this, but that mindset is what separates a flash-in-the-pan player from someone built to last. When it comes to grading his own play, Shedeur doesn't duck accountability or shift blame. He openly says he has to be better and clean up the mistakes that hurt the team. That's the mark of someone with a true winner's mentality, a player who owns the moment instead of searching for easy outs. And when the scoreboard tilts the wrong way, he doesn't spiral or force something reckless. He stays calm, steady, and glued to the plan. Girl, that kind of poise under pressure is exactly what teams crave from their quarterback. Shedeur makes it clear he's not chasing numbers or cheap headlines. He's chasing wins, and he knows that road runs through discipline and consistent growth. Meanwhile, Jeudy keeps getting hyped by Brown's media like he's some hidden ace up the sleeve. But Shedeur's answers reveal a deeper grasp of the game than Jeudy's talk or tape really shows. Sure, Jeudy can snag the easy ones and pop off with flashy moments, but the real test is what happens when things get ugly. Shedeur's emphasis on balance and responsibility shows how much more he brings as a quarterback compared to receivers who vanish or drop passes when it matters most. It's obvious Shedeur sees the full picture, carries the leadership, and has the work ethic to push this team forward, while Jeudy still has plenty of ground to make up.
Here it's about just the team's kind of showing you a certain looks at the line of scrimmage, like a simulated blitz and then dropping into a coverage. You always talk about your self-evaluation and trying to get better each week. Just how do you feel like you've gotten better at sort of diagnosing those things and recognizing some of those things pre-snap?
I think as weeks go on, I mean, you gotta understand, I'm comfortable under pressure. It's just we just gotta all be together. We gotta all, like, my whole career I played under pressure, externally, on the field, off the field. Like, that stuff doesn't faze me. You get what I'm saying? It's just the only thing is we just gotta be able to make it translate. We all gotta be on one accord. We all gotta be, more of a team, when it comes to that. So, like, that it's just work in progress.
Listen to this. Shedeur speaks with a calm confidence and real maturity when he breaks down pressure moments and his growth as a quarterback. He straight up admits that reading things like simulated blitzes and shifting coverages is still something he's sharpening. But hold up, he's comfortable in the heat and understands winning only happens when the entire unit moves as one. That alone tells you Shedeur isn't just locked in on his own talent, he truly values communication and chemistry on the field. His honesty paints the picture of a player who's obsessed with improving week after week, no matter what obstacles show up. He clearly knows football isn't a solo act, it's about everyone being aligned to make something work. Now here's where it gets interesting. The way Shedeur keeps stressing unity and being on the same page quietly highlights the Browns' ongoing issues with guys like Jeudy. Jeudy's up and down performances and untimely drops keep breaking the rhythm of the offense, which only makes Shedeur's job harder. While Shedeur welcomes pressure and pushes for togetherness, Jeudy's play too often feels out of sync and shaky. If the Browns seriously want to take a step forward, players like Jeudy have to lock in and meet the same level of focus and maturity Shedeur is showing. Because right now, it feels like Shedeur is carrying way too much of the load, and that's not going to last if everyone else doesn't carry their weight.
Between building off of the things that you're succeeding in and some of those deep passes that make you feel a little confident, and then also looking at the film and doing what you said, trying to play better.
I just got to get more completions. I got to get more completions. And even whenever we're down or anything, I can't press. I just got to remain having those mental notes to myself. Just work within the game and just keep driving the ball, get first downs.
What do you think the difference is? You were the best at completing passes in Colorado, 70% plus. Is it just the difference in competition here and defense is more sophisticated? Or where do you account for your completion percentage?
I think I got to complete the ball more, honestly.
Listen to this. Shedeur comes across with real honesty and sharp focus when he breaks down his own game. He knows flat out that completing passes is the foundation of winning. And hold up, he doesn't hide behind excuses when things aren't perfect. That kind of mentality is rare. He fully owns his performance, even when the situation gets uncomfortable. Shedeur understands that staying calm and not forcing the issue when the team is trailing is critical, and that speaks to serious mental discipline. He's locked in on moving the chains, stacking first downs, and handling the unglamorous details that actually win football games. You won't believe this, but his approach shows he's not chasing highlight throws. He's grinding every snap, learning, adjusting, and evolving. Now on the flip side, Jeudy and coach Kevin Stefanski appear to be coming up short when it comes to elevating Shedeur and the offense. Jeudy, despite all the hype around his talent, hasn't consistently delivered when it matters most or when Shedeur is the one under center. Too often, he struggles to secure tough catches or rise up when pressure hits. Meanwhile, Stefanski's offense feels outdated, and the lack of creativity or real adjustments puts Shedeur in a tougher spot than necessary. When your quarterback is saying the goal is simple, complete passes and keep things moving, it's on the coaches to design a system that actually supports that vision. Right now, it feels like Shedeur is outworking the offense around him, and that imbalance is exactly what's holding the Browns back.
Talked about building trust with the guys. Is that an area where it can go kind of up and down through the season, where 1 week feels better, like you guys are on the same page, but it could dip the next week? Like, is it always going to be a work in progress?
No, it's always going to be a work in progress. It's relationships. Our relationships ain't always the best, but you still stick together through everything. So just because 1 week, we're well connected, and the next week we're a bit off, that don't mean that we didn't have progress. It's a lot of things in that game that there's positive things that we could take from that, when it comes to trust, when it comes to different things, learning abilities, and just different things that different tasks take forward, like when the game happens. So every moment, every rep, everything is extremely important on building our connection.
What's the great equalizer for teams when they bring the pressure? It seems to be like that's the game plan defensively against you. Like last week, Chicago, I think, came in like pressure maybe 30% of the time, and they dialed it up for you. So, like, as a quarterback, how do you neutralize that?
Well, I'm just excited that I'm able to get everybody's best. You know, I'm excited about that. You know, that makes me feel proud. You know that you know, I have that. You know, I'm just getting in the league and my feet settled and everything. So I get excited knowing I'm able to face those challenges, because you gotta understand this year right here, this the worst it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this the foundation.
Listen to this. Shedeur speaks with a level of confidence and maturity when he talks about earning trust with his teammates. He's real about how relationships inside a locker room rise and fall during a season, and he understands that growth doesn't always look clean or perfect week to week. What really matters to him is staying connected through the highs and lows and using every moment, every rep in practice, every snap on game day to strengthen that bond. That mindset shows he's thinking long-term, not chasing quick solutions, and that's exactly what a young NFL quarterback needs to survive and thrive. Now, when defenses start bringing pressure, Shedeur doesn't flinch. He stays confident and stands on how he handles adversity. He's not rattled when teams turn up the heat. Instead, he takes it as confirmation that he's leveling up and earning respect around the league. Hold up, he even calls this season the hardest stretch of the journey, the foundation where everything is being built. That perspective proves he's ready to grind through the rough moments and keep getting better. While others might complain or point fingers, Shedeur leans into the challenge and locks in on improvement. And that's real leadership and maturity on display.
What would be a satisfactory completion percentage for you in the NFL?
I mean, you can't. I'm not really looking in the numbers. I'm looking in the wins. You know, so that achieves everything. You know, I talked to Jameis like a couple weeks ago, and then he went crazy. He threw for some crazy yards, but he was like, "Nah, bro. Like, the most important thing is the wins. You know, and having that guidance, having that knowledge. You know, from a vet like him." It truly like helped me understand, you know, a little bit more, you know. I always knew, of course, winning, and that's the final goal. That's what everybody's in this league to do. So, you know, you just got to focus on that. And the more plays you stack, the more completions you rack up, the better chance you have at winning. So, have I been playing winning football lately? Nah, I don't think so. But it's something.
Listen to this. The more snaps you stack, the more completions you pile up, and the closer you get to winning football games. So let me ask this, have I been playing true winning football lately? Honestly, no, I don't think I have. But hold up, that's something I've already checked myself on. And yeah, that right there shows how much wisdom Shedeur has when he talks about what actually matters in the NFL. It's about winning games, not padding numbers. He makes it clear that stats like completion percentage don't tell the full story. What really matters is the final score and who walks away with the win. Shedeur even talks about conversations with veterans who helped him understand that wins should always be the priority. That tells you he's not caught up in himself or his stat line. He's locked in on the bigger picture and what it truly takes to win at this level. That mindset is rare for a young quarterback and shows he's serious about growth and leading a team the right way. At the same time, Shedeur doesn't shy away from being real about where he stands right now. He admits he hasn't been playing winning football lately, and that's accountability, not excuses. Instead of pointing fingers, he's owning it, evaluating himself, and grinding to get better. That mix of humility and hunger is exactly how players elevate over time. So how many quarterbacks are really willing to be this honest about their own game? And how many are actually ready to turn that self-critique into real wins? Shedeur's decision to value winning over stats speaks volumes about his character and the leader he's becoming. Bottom line, Shedeur is showing why he deserves respect with his focus on winning and growing into that leadership role. His mindset and transparency separate him from the pack. If you're here for real talk and honest breakdowns, make sure you like and subscribe for all the latest updates. Now let me ask you this, is Shedeur the kind of quarterback who can change the Browns' future?